What up? What up? What up? Man, today, April 20th, is a huge day. I am a pre-law major. I didn't get a law degree, but I was a pre-law major when I started school at Ohio State in 1995. So, and look, I'm from old school. My father, he died at 84, but in 1995, during the O.J. Simpson trial, which lasted a year, my aunt and my pops, who had no real formal education, could barely read or spell. Since they stories was off, since Young and the Restless wasn't on, that they look, they watched every minute of that trial. They was talking about DNA, deoxynucleic acid, and everything, stuff that we had never heard of before. And I would come home from school, they'd be sitting there watching that stuff. I used to just sit there with them and watch. So ever since then, I just had a mind for the law. So I watched the uh, Trayvon Martin case, every minute of it. And I'm telling you, the prosecution was horrible. They had the one good young dude that was good, and he would like confront people and go after them, but they barely let him like cross-examine people and stuff like that. So I always had a problem. I always remember that. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit. All right, but I always had a problem with that. I was like, man, why didn't they just let this dude handle the whole case? The prosecution was horrible. When I watched the some of these other trials that Castillo got hit, the dude that killed Philando Castillo got off. This the damn district attorney for the Mike Brown case, he went into the grand jury and acted as if he was a police officer. I mean, I've just seen so many poor cases go on, and it was just horrible, 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 horrible prosecution. But let me give a big shout out. Let me give a big shout out to Minnesota, to the black attorney general of the state, and how they approached this case. They did an excellent job. An excellent job. Excellent, 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 excellent job. I hope y'all was able to hear me before I adjusted this. But either way, so what? Hey, look, we're going to build it as we fly. But they did an excellent job. And did y'all see Dr. Tubin? The dude with the Irish accent, where he was able to break down. He did 150 hours worth of study and work, put together PowerPoint presentations where he could show the EELV and how much reserve oxygen, stuff I never even thought about or knew before. He put a presentation onto the jury in a very calm, cool, understandable way. And then what was so brilliant about the prosecution with this one is that was the last witness they put on before closing arguments. Shout out to Minnesota. Shout out to the district attorney. Shout out to the Hennepin County district attorney. Y'all did an excellent job. They brought out the Michael Jordans of. They actually brought the one dude. Let me get his name right. I gotta get my dude name right. I do not want to get his name wrong. So let me do a search for Derek Chauvin. No, let's go. How do we do it? Derek Chauvin prosecution team. Here we prosecuting attorney. That popped up. So let's do that. So I know Blackwell's the black dude, but my dude, I'm telling you, my Caucasian brother was really good. What was his name? We got to find his name. Prosecuting attorneys. Why don't we put in S? Because I got Slauson. What is his name? It's Black Lives Matter around here. What is his name? All right, prosecuting attorneys. Okay, whatever his name is, he was one of it was two white dudes. Okay, it's this guy here. I wish I could share my screen.
When everyone has different craving, Wegmans feels like.
What was his name? Those are his defense. Eric Nelson. They gave his name. All right, let's go. Show more. Prosecuting attorney. Boop, boop, boop. They just keep talking about Eric Nelson. Don't nobody care about that dude. He actually tried to get a killer off. So I hope he never gets another client. So I don't know the guy's name. It was Sloshin something, but he actually was in private practice and he got called up by the state's attorney and said, "Hey man, I need you." And he said, "All right, cool. I'll come back. For this one, I will." And like I said, Dr. Tobin came in and he worked on the trial with no compensation. And he won the day, no doubt. But don't sleep on the coroner, the dude that did the autopsy. Now, he wasn't the coroner, he did the autopsy. He was sharp hell too. We sleeping on Minnesota. Okay, it's cold. We don't want to go up there, bird. We don't like, Minnesota ain't a place you want to go to. But I'll tell you, they ain't got no dummies up in there. As many of these cases that got fumbled by the prosecution, people didn't really want to get their feet wet. Minnesota did their damn thing. And I watched every minute. The only stuff I fast forwarded was like the girl from across the street at the gas station. She seemed like she was on something. I couldn't really bear talking to her. In real life, I wouldn't talk to her. I certainly wouldn't sit and watch her on TV. No disrespect to the lady, but guess what? I don't understand why the prosecution called her up there. Blackwell, my dude, the brother, he did the rebuttal after Eric Nelson got up there for his closing arguments. They just did an excellent job. I mean, I'm telling you, when I watched the Trayvon Martin case, I was upset. I said, I think the prosecution sucked. Not in this case, though. Definitely not in this case. I'm so impressed with what they did. This wasn't just some one-off case. They won that case. And that's the reason why April 20th will go down in infamy for the whole country, not just brothers, not just Black people. This will go down in infamy because we protested. We got out in the streets. We talked. And you know what they did is they heard us and they went on ahead and did an excellent job bringing this to bear. So look, let's give a shout out to all those professionals. It was 41 people they put on. The defense only brought 4 or 5 people. And I'm going to tell you what I think about that. I think they only put out 4 or 5 people because people knew it was career suicide to come out and get on this case for the defense. It's like you can't even acknowledge observable reality. A 9-year-old girl called the police on the police. A 911 dispatcher called the police on the police. And then when they wanted to call them people and label those people an angry mob, how dare you? That wasn't an angry mob. They had respect for the police. They wanted to intervene. They was pleading for his life. They was pleading for them to show him some compassion and some emergency care once he went unconscious. They was the ones that was doing the job that the police should have been doing. How dare you call them a mob? How dare that be your defense? Man, I'm telling you, man, fuck them dudes. I don't care if they don't. Dr. Baker, I forget the dude's name that was the use of force specialist, but he lost the case for the cop in Chicago that shot the boy 16 times. He was the expert. I don't think they could have found any experts. I want y'all to like, comment, share this, and I want to hear, what do y'all think happened with the defense? Did they just not have the money? Did they just feel like we couldn't find anybody that was willing to come and say that he was innocent? We had to use, because hey, look, the dude that was the use of force specialist, that was the worst ever. And people went and put pig blood on his house. He lost every single client. Nobody's ever going to use him again, rightfully so. And then Dr. Baker who was the pathologist for the state of Maryland. He is getting sued in federal court right now by a family for covering up for the police in a black man's death. So did they just go find the worst dudes, or was that all that was available? That is an excellent question. That's what I want to know. Did y'all feel like it was just an excellent team that the defense put together the best they could, or do y'all think it was just the scraps of people that was willing to just throw their career on the line that was already under investigation, or was just some losers? Because the defense did not matter in this case at all. The prosecution won this. Big ups to them. I'm gonna get out of here. I hope y'all like, subscribe. I put a different material out on this channel, but I think anybody, any black YouTuber, anybody needs to be talking about this tonight. Today is a holiday for black people. Today is a holiday for the world. Today is a holiday for America especially. And things like this are just the beginning. I get it. It's just the beginning. But let's enjoy our victory. I know I'm going to be turning up tonight. I'm going to have a drink tonight. So y'all should be having a drink too. All right? Good night. Peace out. I am out of here. And I hope that I will see y'all again.